I got in a situation where I was going about 50 miles an hour and I had to either stay with the bike or jump off. And if I stayed with the bike, it would have been a 15-foot drop landing on a mound with a bush on it, which would have flipped over and killed me. So I decided to jump off. I'm Jackie from Strength Therapy, and here's my story. So I used to be a very competitive athlete. I used to be in martial arts and do a lot of other recreational sports, but I got injured quite often. And back then, the only options for injury were, going to the PT or the doctor, or just kind of suck it up and do whatever your coach tells you to do, right? And I would just kind of, powered through everything. And what I ended up finding is that there's definitely different ways to do the same thing. There's a lot of things that the health professional, the medical professional industry does not quite know, because they don't really see the body as a whole. They kind of see the body more as a machine where everybody's made of parts. And if one part breaks, then you just fix that one part and you ignore the rest. What I decided to do was I started looking for those answers. And during that time, I ended up breaking my back. What ended up happening was that all the medical professionals and the physiotherapists that I saw said that I wouldn't be able to do anything anymore. When I first got the x-rays for it, which ended up being 2 weeks after I had the injury, because they couldn't squeeze me in for an appointment, they missed it somehow. And they told me that everything was fine. And I didn't believe them. And so what I did was I ended up treating it like it was a broken bone. Because I said, well, worst case scenario is something broken, so I'll just treat it like that. And if I do that, then if it's something less than that, then I'll be good. So I basically did my own rehab. I moved my body and I wiggled and I experimented with a lot of different things to see what helped make it feel better, what made it feel worse, what was actually helping me recover. And I got myself to the point where I was able to be fully functioning again. And in fact, 5 months after the accident, I had competed in a martial arts tournament. And I won, and it was fun. And the most important thing is that after the event, I felt fine. I felt great, like nothing ever happened, like it was perfect. Right then and there, that confirmed to me that there's definitely something missing in this industry. One of the things that irk me the most is when people are told that they cannot do something anymore based on an injury. You are not your x-ray, you are not your MRI, you are you. And if you're just given the right type of guidance, if you're just pointed to the right direction for things, what to look for, what to be aware of, what to do, what to feel, what you should feel, what you shouldn't feel. I think that anybody can help themselves get better, and anybody can live an optimal life.
I'm Valerie Ramey, and I've known Jackie for about a year. She worked with me on recovering from an original injury with my leg, and more recently 2 broken feet. Just recently removed both of the casts, and I did traditional therapy on the first foot. The second foot had a 10-day difference. I've just been working primarily with Jackie on the rehabilitation of my right foot. I would highly recommend that approach. Honestly, the emotional aspect of it has been huge, and to have somebody that intuitively understands what is going on in the body, just from her training, and also in knowing me and understanding people, I think, and understanding personality types of what kind of emotionally was going on for me during the recovery period. Something very unique just to, I think, Jackie and the relationship I had with her.
And I've worked with a lot of people from local and around the world and just all over the place, just experimenting with different ways to find these root causes, and then also different ways where I can help people find these root causes themselves and then help themselves get better. That's why I created some programs for people to be able to watch and figure out themselves like what's going on in their bodies and be more aware of what's going on in their bodies and pay more attention. I'm looking forward to helping as many people as I possibly can. I'm only one individual, so I can only help so many people face to face, but I realize that if I can reach the masses, if I can make this information more accessible to more people, then there will be many, many, many more people that can benefit from this information. I think that people should be living a life of joy and a life of play. And if you can't have play, then it's very, very impactful to your life. And I believe that everybody can still play, despite whatever they have going on in their bodies, despite whatever the medical professionals say. I hope that more people take control of their lives and take control of their bodies and live the life that they want and not have any physical restrictions because they know how to take care of themselves.